Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Second Lieutenant Jared Bounds, your narrator for today's ceremony. On behalf of Colonel Derek Ironito, Commandant, Officer Training School, we welcome you to the graduation ceremony for Officer Training School Class 2404. I would like to begin with a brief review of this morning's ceremony. In just a few moments, Class 2404 will march in, followed by the arrival of the official party. To maintain proper decorum and respect, we ask that you abide by the following protocols. There are at times that you will be asked to stand. During those times, please stand and render the appropriate courtesies. Military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. We ask that our civilian guests stand and place their right hand over the heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may either render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. In addition, please reserve respect during the oath of office. During these oaths, officers pledge their lives to support and defend the Constitution and our country. I will be providing cues throughout the event to guide you. Today's ceremony is a celebration of the achievements of these graduating officers. It is also a ceremony that both teaches and appreciates our Air and Space Force military heritage. Drill is an essential part of military history, a prominence that rests on the fact that its fundamental purpose was to prepare troops for battle. For the most part, drill procedures practiced in the past were identical to the tactical maneuvers employed on the battlefield. It was this aspect of drill which made it such an important part of training. Even today, drill remains a necessary and useful training activity for instilling discipline, precision, and esprit de corps. 200 years ago, General Washington enlisted the assistance of Baron von Steuben, a distinguished Prussian officer, to help instill discipline in his fledgling army. Baron von Steuben arrived at Valley Forge in February of 1778, facing an army of several thousand undisciplined, half-starved men in rags. In order to correct these conditions, he set to work immediately to teach the discipline of drill to a model company of 120 selected men. These warriors modeled the way as they learned to respond to commands without hesitation.
Stop! Turn! Halt!
As they mastered the art of drill and began to work as a team, this group developed a collective sense of pride in themselves and in their unit. Watching this model company perform, observers were amazed to see how quickly and efficiently the troops would be massed and maneuvered into different battle formations. Later, members of this model company were assigned part of the regular army to teach drill. It was through this simple emphasis on drill that the effectiveness and efficiency of Washington's Continental Army improved. In 1789, Baron von Steuben wrote the American Army's first Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the invocation given by Chaplain Kleinschmidt.
I invite you to pray your tradition as I pray mine. Gracious and loving God, we gather to celebrate this milestone, the first of many, in the lives of these men and women who graduate today and who take their oath to support and defend the Constitution of this great nation. During these past few weeks, they've demonstrated their zeal for service and a warrior spirit. I thank you for their families who have provided them support and encouragement during their journey through officer training school. The same families who instilled in them a sense of duty, commitment, and devotion. Thank you for their instructors and the OTS staff who have invested endless hours fostering responsibility, integrity, accountability, and teamwork. Today they stand here on this field, the very place where they crossed the blue line, stepping into their call to serve as officers in the United States Air and Space Forces. They are no longer trainees, but officers. They stand here with a greater respect for the disciplines instilled at every level. Loving God, fill these officers with the spirit of wisdom, understanding, and fidelity. As they march down this bomb run, may they honorably follow those who have gone before them as they become our next generation of leaders. Bless them now as they graduate, and may each of us live every day with honor, dedication, and commitment. In your most holy name I pray. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain Kleinschmidt. You may be seated. The reviewing official for today's parade is the Deputy Commander, Gene M. Holmes Center for Officer Accessions and Citizen Development, Colonel Christopher Bromack. The Commandant, Officer Training School, Colonel Derek Iwanico. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Officer Training School, Chief Master Sergeant Everton Hickson. We are honored to have with us the following distinguished guests: the Associate Director of Military Affairs, Lieutenant General Dan Kane. The Commander, Gene M. Holmes Center for Officer Accessions and Citizen Development, Brigadier General Houston Cantwell, and Command Chief Master Sergeant Jennifer McKee. The Deputy Commandant, Officer Training School, Colonel Roxanne Toy. The Commander, 22nd Training Support Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Randy Sicali, and Senior Enlisted Leader, Master Sergeant Melanie Velez. The Commander, 24th Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Jason Edwards, and Senior Enlisted Leader, Technical Sergeant Samuel Anderson. The Commander, 217th Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Sharon Harris, and Senior Enlisted Leader, Technical Sergeant Denise Tammy. We also welcome all other commanders, commandants, senior leaders, chiefs, staff, and guests who have joined us on this special occasion. We hope you enjoy the ceremony. The Commander of Airmen for today's ceremony is 2nd Lieutenant Calder Lane.
Present. Up.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the singing of our national anthem by Second Lieutenant Richard Del Cristo Jr., Class 2404.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? Order. Oh.
Thank you. You may be seated.
Give your group order. Up. Report.
Group All President accounted for, sir.
Group All President accounted for, sir.
Sir, Group All President accounted
Attention to order. Detail for today. Officer of the day. Second Lieutenant Markley. By order of Colonel Alanenko. Officer. Steady, start. Start. Order. Up.
Officer Training School, United States Air Force, Maxwell Air Force Base, Alabama. Subject, Honor Flight, Honor Squadron, and Commandant's Challenge Winners Class 2404.
Right out there, flight 412. Right out there, flight 418. Right out there, Hoya Squadron. Front and center. Post. Post.
in honor of First Lieutenant Paul J. Smith, the flight that exhibited the best combined and average order of merit metrics and leader of character attributes, earns the title Honor Flight. This award recognizes the Honor Flight's demonstrated capacity to live with honor, lift others, and elevate the performance of their teams. The Honor Flight Streamer is awarded to Flight 412 for excellence as a flight in academic studies, military training, and physical conditioning. Signed, Colonel Derek Iwanico, United States Air Force, Commandant, Officer Training School. The Honor Squadron Streamer is awarded to the Hoya Squadron for excellence as a squadron in academic studies, military training, and physical conditioning. Signed, Colonel Derek Iwanico, United States Air Force, Commandant, Officer Training School. The Commandant's Challenge winner is awarded to Flight 418 for possessing courage, resilience, and hardiness of spirit, enlisting in their inner cause the virtues we must exemplify through blood and sweat in the spectrum of developing as leaders. Signed, Colonel Derek Iwanico, United States Air Force, Commandant, Officer Training School.
Sir, I present the command.
March the command in review.
Staff, order, punch. Staff, change post, punch. Give your group order, up. Pass
discipline required within a military force. The military training instructors are led by Master Sergeant Hawkins, Master Sergeant Davis, and Technical Sergeant Anderson. Leading today's parade is the Commander of Regiment, Second Lieutenant Colin Lane, hometown Las Vegas, Nevada. The A Group Commander, Second Lieutenant Thomas Takayamisa, hometown Harare, Zimbabwe. The Mohawk Squadron is led by Second Lieutenant Stacy Alexander, hometown Valley Springs, Arkansas. Squadron is led by Second Lieutenant Kirsten Wolofsky, hometown Kalamazoo, Michigan. Now passing in review the color guard. The U.S. flag carried by Second Lieutenant Robert Jensen, hometown Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's joined by Second Lieutenant Jessica Wall, Caitlin Russell, Jonathan Hood, and Captain Mario Quintana. The B Group Commander is Second Lieutenant Sarah Boucher, hometown Clovis, California. The Mustang Squadron is led by Second Lieutenant Dylan Jones, hometown Fredericksburg, Virginia. Song followed by the Space Force song. Thank you. Please be seated.
Staff, dismiss. Squadron, center, forward, halt.
The U.S. Air and Space Force are the world's preeminent forces in air, space, and cyberspace. We maintain that distinction by securing our objective of global vigilance, reach, power, and remaining true to our vision statement, the world's greatest air and space forces powered by airmen and guardians, fueled by innovation. Through shared values, key capabilities, and upholding our creed, we continue to achieve our mission and aim high in all we do. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and remain standing while Officer Training School Class 2404 recites the Airman's Creed, followed by the oath of office administered by Colonel Broman. I am an American Airman.
I am a warrior. I answer my nation's call. I am an American Airman. My mission is to fly, fight, and win. I am faithful to a proud heritage, a tradition of honor, and a legacy of valor. I am an American Airman, guardian of freedom and justice, my nation's sword and shield, its century and energy. I defend my country with my life. I am an American Airman, winning, leader, warrior. I will never leave anyone behind. I will never falter, and I will not fail.
Colonel Broman will now administer the federal oath of office to the Air Force and Space Force officers.
Graduates, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your full name. Having been appointed a state your rank in the United States Air Force or Space Force, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely. Without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion. And that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Graduates, whether you serve for just a few years or for 30, your service puts you in an elite group of Americans who stood tall and accepted the oath to serve their country. That is something you will be able to hold on to for the rest of your life. It's been my honor to serve with you today, to stand before and with you today. Thank you for what you've done and for you will do for our country. Officers, dismissed.